Don't worry. Hope you're well. Hope you're strong. Hope you're wavy. You're doing great. Whoa, I shaved in record time today. My armpits. I set a timer for 8 minutes, and I went for work. Now this is great. I don't know if this is a bad thing, but I've had the same shaving thing for like 3 years now, since 2021. It's a big can. And I've been using it since 2021. I don't know. It's working. Anyway, record time, and I'm very proud. Anywho, I have an album out. I have a music album out called Forget Me Nots and Chameleons. Forget Me Nots and Chameleons. 12 songs on there. The link is in the description. Really appreciate anybody who checks that out. Really appreciate anybody who checks that out. And then I have a poetry book called The Many Shades of Flowers. The Many Shades of Flowers. The Many Shades. The Many Shades. The Many Shades of Flowers. 40 love poems. 40 love poems. For $1. It's a great deal. So the link is in the description for that as well. The link is in the description for that as well. Thank you. Quick Bloodborne updates. As you know, I'm playing Bloodborne right now. I keep telling myself I'm quick, and I'm not sure. It's an interesting experience for sure. It is fun, but it's also frustrating just because I just don't have information. I'm just constantly wandering around. But I just went through this whole area, killing monsters, just going this way, that way, into this room, that room, down that road, down, and you end up, and the path I went, it ended up taking me back to where I started, and I'm like, wait, what was all of that for? I mean, I got some items, like this ritual blood. I don't know what that's for. And I killed a couple bosses. I don't know if they were bosses necessarily. They didn't have the same life gauge that bosses have. They had like the normal enemy life gauge. So I wasn't sure what was going on there. One of them was like, if you know Old Yarnin, he's on the rooftop with the machine gun. While you're like moving through the area, he's shooting at you from this rooftop. He's very far away, so there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to avoid the gunfire while you're fighting monsters. It was so chaotic. It was fun, but it was like annoying as well. I was like, this guy, man, I need to get rid of him. And then I dealt with him. I tried to deal with him. He fell off the roof, and then that's how he died. I wanted to kill him fair and square, but he fell off the roof. That's not my fault. That's yours, bro. But you know, it would have been nice to kill him fair and square. There was another guy, because he was on the top of the building. There was a guy like on the bottom of, not in the building, but next to the building that he also fight, and he was also very challenging as well. He moves around a lot. He can heal himself and all this sort of stuff. So I killed him fair and square. That was satisfying. But then you go through all of that, and you go through all these twists and turns, and it takes you all the way back around to where you started. And you're like, wait, what is that for? Where am I supposed to go now? Like what? So that's my issue with the game, that I don't know what the objective is. It's very scant in details. Just kind of have to figure everything out yourself. But it's like, I like a good story, man. I'm a story guy. I like like to feel like I'm actually playing a story. Right now, I just feel like I'm just killing monsters, just running around. I don't know why I'm killing these monsters. I don't know what the mission is. Anyway, we'll see. I killed Father Gascoigne. That was challenging, but I got that done. And yeah, just looking for the next boss. I don't know what the next boss is. Anyway, oh my gosh, guys! Yesterday, last evening, I saw this video. There's this model called Irina Shayk. She's like Russian. She was on a talk show with this British guy. It's a weird talk show. It's a British guy and his co-host is a robot. So if you Google Irina Shayk interview robots, I'm sure something. Let's actually try that right now. Let's see if anything pops up. Let's say Irina Shayk interview. She's so attractive. Unbelievable. So if you search Irina Shayk flirts with Jeff spelled Geoff, in brackets the robot, it'll pop up. That's the title of the video. Irina Shayk flirts with Jeff the robot. Jeff is spelled Geoff. It'll pop up. And then just look at how beautiful this woman is. It's actually shocking. Even the host was just flabbergasted. He was just like, this woman is stunning. Anyway, so then yesterday I posted 3 pictures of these models: Irina Shayk, Doja Henschel, and what's the other girl's name? Rena Trimble, I think. Rena Trimble, yeah. She's like half Japanese and half something else, like half white. I'm not sure what part of Europe her white side is from. She's like half Japanese, half white. And yeah, they're all attractive. And I was just saying, I was like wondering, I was thinking about the concept of, or rather the stereotype of pretty girls being stuck up and all these sort of things. Obviously, it's a stereotype, right? Not all pretty women are stuck up in me. But it was just thinking how looks aren't everything, but it's such a dangerous thing because what? Some of these girls are like unbelievably attractive. And a lot of men fall into that trap of falling for someone's looks instead of who they are as a person. And things can go very wrong because of that. You have to prioritize someone's values, their personality, things like that. Sometimes someone might not even be necessarily a bad person or mean or anything like that. It's just they don't have a personality. They're boring. Which is what you see with a lot of attractive people sometimes. It's because there's a reason for it. It's not, with every stereotype, there's truth to it, right? With every stereotype. So the reason why a pretty person might not necessarily have a personality is they don't need to have a personality. Their whole life, they've been treated really nicely and invited to things and being paid attention to without necessarily having to work for it. Like most people, if you want people to like you, you have to be likable. You have to actually have something that people want to engage with. But if you're just attractive, people just naturally group around you and give you that attention. So it results in a lot of these people, a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time just being like, oh, well, I'll just be pretty then. It's not a conscious thing. I don't think they think that or do that consciously. It's just the way it is. It's like, if I don't have to work for it, why should I? their looks become their personality. Unfortunately, looks fade, and then you have to kind of recognize who you are as a person outside of your looks, and yeah, you have to develop that over time. I think you have to do the work to develop personality. Obviously, it's in you, it is you, but a lot of the time it's a process of discovery. I don't think there's work involved in that. Again, not all attractive people are like that, of course. But yeah, this can be applied to a lot of things in life. Even I went to a boys' school. Sports was a big thing in high school, right? Because it was just a male environment, and the jocks, the guys who were like in the first team. So we had rugby. Rugby is a big sport in South Africa. We're actually the rugby world champions. So in all these high schools, in a lot of these high schools, rugby, oh my god, the rivalry, the high school rivalries with rugby is crazy. So you'd have the first team, which is like the best of the best rugby players in the school, and they would compete against other high schools and stuff, against the top schools. And the guys in that team would always, be respected and viewed as, oh my gosh, like me, like if we're walking through the hallway or something like that, everyone gets out the way, and you're celebrated, everyone wants to be your friend, all these sort of things. If you're not a grounded person, if you're not down to earth, that can really inflate your head, and you see it. You see people become very high-minded in terms of like how they view themselves, and I'm too good for this, I'm too good for that. Sometimes they might think they're above the rules, or they're too good to speak to certain people. You can like tell how they treat others and all these sort of things. I think it happens with a lot of things in life. If you're really smart, so you're recognized as a person who gets all the good grades. So in my school, we actually celebrated academic excellence. In some environments, you might find that people get made fun of for being nerds or for being successful. That wasn't the case at my school. It was like if you were doing well with regards to your grades, you were celebrated. You were seen as that guy. Because I went to a pretty good school. It was like we prioritized the right things. Like the school enforced that. Kind of did enforce it. But the culture was such that academic excellence was rewarded. It was like you have to be smart. It's not good to be a dumbass. It's not commendable. And if you were getting trash grades, people would make fun of you. So there wasn't this culture of like, oh, you're a nerd. Oh, boo. Like this. But anyway, even the guys who get the top grades and whatnot, they'll be like little high school celebrities. And you can see what that does to their heads as well. And yeah, this can be applied to a lot of things. So that, like I was talking about pretty people, pretty girls in particular, when you're being given all this attention and people respect you or like you, just admire you, all these sort of things, it can inflate your head. So you wanna maintain that balance in life. So that's why I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about how a lot of beautiful women out there that you have to prioritize the important things. You have to prioritize someone who gets along with you, who treats you nicely, you can be yourself, all these sort of things. You can just 100% be yourself and not pretend, not act cool, not anything like that. You know, to put on airs. So important. all this other stuff is super, super fugazi. Not for me. I was thinking about how Clout makes people act up. I was watching a video of she's not a celebrity, but there's this girl who's like, I don't know if she does political commentary. I'm not sure what her main like career is. I'm not sure, but I know her. I've seen her on the YouTube, and she met Steve. You know the streamer Steve, and she was saying like, oh, you don't know how much I love you. First of all, again, I know her from like political commentary and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure she's conservative too. I've never assumed that she watches Steve. So I don't know if she was being genuine or she's like, I love your videos so much, all this sort of stuff, and she's like, what did she say? I don't know if she said, do you want to come on my podcast, or can I get on your podcast? I don't think Speed has a podcast, but anyway, she was really trying to like get in with him for like business purposes. I was just like, Clout makes people act up. People you'd never expect. Like what? And maybe she was being genuine, maybe she genuinely didn't watch this thing and stuff. I can't picture it in my head, I can't. But anyway, I don't think I've ever met someone like super famous before. Like famous. I don't think I've ever experienced that. So I don't know how I'd act. But to be honest, there's not that many people I would care to meet anyway. If I met Drake is my favorite artist. So if I met Drake, I don't know how I'd act. I really don't. I think I would be normal. I don't think I'd be anything other than what I am now. At the same time, I don't know if I saw, like, realistically, if you see Drake somewhere, there's probably a whole bunch of other people there anyway. So it wouldn't be worth it for me to approach him and be like, oh my god, what's that? And then what? What's the point? I don't know, dude. Like for me, it's like I'm not really interested in like taking pictures or getting an autograph or anything like that. That's just me. I'm not against any of that stuff. I guess my disposition is like, but then again, I've never been in that situation, so I don't know how that. It's hard to say. It's hard to say for sure. But yeah, Clout makes people act funny. Like as an artist who knows other artists, sometimes you see this play out in a lot of these cliques that kind of start forming, because everyone's trying to establish themselves and build careers and all these sort of things. And sometimes people act in a way that they think they should act because that's what's going to get me attention and whatnot, instead of just being themselves. And you end up with situations where like people are just unapproachable. It's like it becomes a thing of like, who can I surround myself with who's going to elevate my brand, elevate my aesthetic, all these sort of things, instead of just being a normal person. And everyone's trying to act cool, you know? Everyone's trying to act like, and it's so, like, it's just pathetic. There's no other word. It's pathetic. I just thought people just be themselves, man, and not try so hard to fit in with whatever the zeitgeist might be at the time. Just be yourself. Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. That's a winning formula, man. That's a winning formula. Because you can try all these other things, imitating this person, that person, following this trend. And it can work in the short term. It can get you what you want in the short term. But ultimately, your time runs out when you're doing things that way. It's not a good long-term strategy. You know, with my channel, my goal is always to just be myself and do what I like to do. Because one thing I'm always aware of is, like, if I start doing things I don't like doing, acting in ways I don't like, and I actually, let's say it works, it attracts an audience of some sort and I gain success with it, I have to keep that going, even though I don't like doing it, even though it's not me, because people are going to want that, they're going to expect that from me, right? Because that's how I attracted them. They're going to be like, keep doing that thing. So I'm always mindful that what I do on this channel, like, when people make requests or like I have an idea, I'm like, is this something I can see myself doing long term? Because if not, I need to chill. I'm not doing that. The word to the wise, always be yourself, man, no matter what, whether it's in your career, whether it's with friends and family, whether it's love, always be yourself. If you attract people, you attract your success being someone else, you have to continue being someone else in order to keep it, because that's how you got it. And you'll be miserable. It's a miserable existence when you're being someone else. When you're not being yourself. It's very draining, it's very hard to maintain. You don't have to work to be yourself because you are already you. You have to work very hard to be someone else. And it's usually, at some point or another, people are going to be able to tell that, oh, this is not real. That's all falls apart. But anyway, just going back, rewind to the very beginning, and I was just talking about those attractive women. Those, wow. Let me try to show you a picture of Arena Shut. But you have to watch that video. In that particular, because the pictures, it's weird. I don't think the pictures do her justice. She's very attractive in the picture. She's very attractive in the pictures, but well, that video is just something else, man. She's like 38 years old. No offense to any 38-year-olds out there. No offense. Just speaking in the perspective of a young V. This is the picture I shared in my community tab. It's gorgeous. There's another one again. And she's Russian. I used to have a magazine, and I'd pull out pages of really pretty women and just stick them on my wall. By the way, so this is my wall. It's got all these pictures, right? It used to be like just a bunch of women. This is like a couple of years ago, I guess. It's been some time since then. Just a quick aside. I used to have a bunch of like rappers and a few other artists on here, but I kind of removed them because I've become disillusioned with the whole celebrity space, this like celebrity artist space. I feel like I genuinely feel like a lot of these people are like just weird, bro. Just weird, and I'm not into it anymore. You know, as a person that makes music, you have aspirations, right, of being the biggest and the best and doing this and doing that, and like everyone knowing you. And these days, I'm like, I'm cool with all that. I don't know where things are gonna go, but you know, for me, I just want to enjoy what I do, and as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing and trying my best, that's all that matters, honestly. Whatever comes of that as like consequences is great, but I'm not necessarily invested anymore in accolades and other people affirming me, all this sort of thing. It's nice. It's actually no. It's. I do think it's essential in some sense. Every artist wants to be loved. Like every poet wants to be loved. It's their expression. So let me not act like I don't want to be celebrated, but it's not the main thing. You know, it's like really, if I can get to a point where I have a core audience, they're happy, I'm happy, making money, I can travel, I can do this, I can do that. That's all that matters. All this extra stuff, like being super well known or winning this award, or I don't know what else might come with like super high levels of success. I'm not sure, but whatever comes with it, I think that's like it's really not necessary. And it's not anything to get hung up on. There's a lot of people lose their minds when they don't get that stuff. It defines them. I don't ever want to be in that position. I want to be a grateful little camper who's just happy with life and just grateful for all that he has. Whatever I'm given as a result is great. But anyway, I removed all the pictures. I kept Drake up there just because the gold. And I kept Joaquin Phoenix as Joker eventually. So you got Dreamy, and then you got Joker. I'm not like a Joaquin Phoenix fan. It's just he's a great actor. But, you know, the pictures here because mainly for the Joker. Mainly for the Joker. But other than that, I don't really have any celebrities on my wall. Because for that like those two, it's not about celebrity. It's just the one guy I'm a big fan of his music. The other guy, cool villain. That I like Batman. I like the Joker. I like all that sort of stuff. And then the rest is just it's like fashion stuff, like travel stuff, food, accessories. There's this watch that I like. I don't know. It just looks nice. I don't know how it's coming across on the camera, but from my own two eyes, this looks nice. The reason why I'm being careful about what I put on my wall is because I see these images every day, you know, so it's like, I feel like, hold on, is my nose on? Okay. You know, it can have a subconscious effect on you when you see these images every day. When you wake up, you just boom, boom, boom. So I was like, I need to remove these random people off my wall. I don't want to be involved involved in that space. I just want to put things that I actually care about. So yeah, I got like a food recipe up there. I don't even know what it is. I haven't even read it, to be honest. It just looked nice. Maybe I'll read it one day and make. I got a whole bunch of beautiful locations, other pictures of food and fashion items and nice houses, and I got like a few pictures of like different cars. I was actually thinking about this. Like if I had a bunch of money, what would I do with it? I don't know. I'll definitely eat out a lot. I'll eat out because I love going to restaurants. I love going to like nice, pretty restaurants, sitting down, having a good meal. You're with someone, having a conversation, you know. So I probably spend a lot of money on that. I like buying gifts for people I love. So that would probably take a lot of money. Now that I think about it. If you're with a woman, yeah, that's gone. I have to actually manage that because I can see myself spoiling whoever I'm with if I'm like boring. So I have to be disciplined to not go overboard. I probably get. I'm not a car person. I'm not really a car person. I don't know much about cars. But you know, it's nice for the ego to be in a nice whip when you're going to nice places. You got like a Lambo or something. I won't lie though, sometimes it is a bit like there's a vibe it gives off, like it's corny. Like, you know, it's the same vibe of someone who wears Louis Vuitton from head to toe, and you're just like this person doesn't actually have style. They're just flexing their cash, and it comes off as like really cringe and corny. I don't know. So sometimes when I see certain cars, it's just like it's the car you buy when you want to show that you have money. I think I'd wanna get something classy. That is nice. It does look expensive, but suits me. It's stylish. It suits my style. I actually like it. I'm not sure what that would be though. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anywho, okay. But when I stop doing that, it means the video. What am I doing? It means I have nothing else to do. I can pray. And all my videos. Dear Father God, I thank you for this individual watching this right now. Thank you for making them whole and unique and guide them for this peace, prosperity, and purpose. Thank you for blessing this person with wonderful, living a life of love them, take care of them, bring the absolute best out of them. And thank you for maintaining the ones that are there to do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with love and marriage and sustaining that love and marriage and making very, very, very happy. Thank you for blessing this person with the spirit of gratitude so they can give thanks for the wonderful things in life. And by giving thanks, they can find peace, contentment, and attract even more blessings. Let your presence be felt in this person's life. So that your God, that you really, that you love them, you're always going to be there for them. Good health, long life, and happiness over this person and everyone they care about. In my name I pray, in Jesus' name I pray.